J column B, C, D, E.
Was that a question?
Column B, C, D, E. Are these all there or only only the umbrella, full, and sub?
We did not update the rest of them yet. They're still mainly blank.
Yeah, I'm asking because as if it's all the same. Is it really umbrella, full, subcategory, and subcategory? We have so many colors.
I'm not sure what you're asking. Are you asking me a question or what?
Yes, Jay. Is it really five that to be filled up or only three?
There's five.
Umbrella, full, five. Okay.
5. Umbrella, full, trajectory, subtrajectory,
Yeah, but we
category.
might change it. I don't know what we want to do in the future, but the idea is that we just put all five for now, and then we can figure out what we want to do later. But I think it would be helpful because this is directly relates to our schedule. So I think it's very important to have the umbrella trajectory, full trajectory, sub-trajectory to make
So
sure
that you
that
can link them
we
directly.
are linking it to our schedule.
All right, so shall we go over now with the status? We can do
I
the
have one more
status.
goal. I have one more goal that I want to make sure is clear,
Okay.
which is that
Value.
the goal of the status updates is to make sure that the team knows what to do next to complete work, the schedule, and who is assigned, and when there should be progress or deliverables. Okay, so I think for me that's like one of the key outcomes of the process is just making sure we know what the next step is, what needs to be done, who's assigned, when is it getting work done, when should we hear back more. I think those are that's the main purpose of doing the status update, right?
Let you know what to do next to complete. Yeah.
So I feel like the
There's your
another thing that might be helpful with the status update, which is what we do for all of the executive stuff, is the actual priority score. Because if we could score all of these, get the score of the priorities, then it would be easier just to go through the status update of all the ones that are top priority, make sure those are clear, and then things are not as high a priority. You're not as worried about skipping it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So maybe we should consider just having one list, and we can right. I mean, basically, there's general and money, right?
We're
So
together.
now we're basically breaking it out between. I don't know. I guess we could add another column.
Yeah,
and just
next to
have
priority.
next to priority. Well, no, I just put it at the actually beginning before even the umbrella. So we added a column here, and we said
Yeah.
type, right? So you basically have money, and then you have
The general.
general. So obviously the general we have twice, so maybe general is not the right word. Because general can also be general work or SVG client work, so it's not really clear why it would be general.
All right. So maybe
So
we
maybe
just make one column, one list.
we could just say, yeah, that's the idea, making one name. Let's just say non-monetary.
Non-monetary. All right.
Does that sound good? So we have monetary
Yes.
and non-monetary. Okay?
Right.
So now basically anytime we want to, we can sort by the type, and then we can just make this one single column. We can freeze, in this case, 3 rows. I'm going to freeze it to here, freeze to row 3. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
So what we need to do now is we need to add in the priority score. Where do you want to put that?
Well, I would put after
priority.
after priority before the status. Or
Okay.
no, or after we do after we actually update the status, we know the priority. How do we score it if we don't know the status? So first we update the status, and then we we put the priority. Like logically, like I update this, okay, type umbrella, blah, blah, blah. Then I do priority, this is the priority, I update the status. So based on my update of the status, I know what the priority is. So maybe we can put it
Wherever you want
between.
to put it is fine with
I'm
me.
gonna put it.
Not
Okay,
worried about it.
I'm gonna put it here then.
You have a
Okay,
point.
it'll be column J. That sound
Okay.
correct?
J.
Yeah. Score.
Priority score.
Yeah. So this we would add in the notes of the responsibility organizing. Column J. Yeah.
So I think it would be helpful to have a clear priority score. We could go through this real quick and do this, and then we can prioritize them all, and then it'll be a lot easier to just finish this because we could go through all the top priorities and work our way down the list until basically we're not at the top priorities anymore, and then we don't have to worry about it as much. Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, obviously the W8s, W9s is not a priority, right? So like 2. Or the recruitment round, not a priority. 1099 high priority, right? Like a 7.
Mhm.
Delaware franchise fee,
And
that
I
would be like the highest priority, like a 8.5 or 9.
yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's looming.
Overall tax system planning, I mean, I think this is a very high priority as well, because without being planned, it's like, it's why we're having problems with taxes.
We can, we're
Partnership
skipping.
in this, I mean, this seems like fine. It's going to be a high priority pretty soon. Accounting support, low priority. I mean, that's basically good, right?
Yeah, that's good. BS, I mean,
Bills, I think, is a problem still. I'm worried that we're losing. We're not doing our bills, not paying our bills. Like that's a big problem. So maybe 5.5.
okay. Monthly HR and overall budget process. I mean, this is definitely a high priority at the moment. Mhm. Because we are about to end the month without a budget.
Okay.
So
So
7.5.
okay.
7.5.
Budget proper view, not a high priority, obviously, or we would have done it by now. Bonus upfront payroll.
I mean, we are very late. We are 5 weeks late. But I mean, yeah, I mean, it's the calculations have been reviewed and verified, so we need to do the accounting now. So yeah, I mean, of course, high priority. We are 5 weeks late. We should be we should be working on the one of the last months. We're working on the one of 2 months ago. So I don't know, 6.8 or something.
At what point do we consider skipping and going on to the next month because we're so late?
What?
At what point do we consider skipping it and going on to the next month if we're so late and behind?
We're definitely gonna skip the bonus token. That's for sure. But we still want to try to do the bonus upfront payroll.
All right. So program admin fees, not a high priority, right? So we'll give that like a 3.5.
Yeah, we're not
Basic profit budget. I mean, this is our budget at this point. So that would be 7.5, right?
Yeah.
Worker involvement basic criteria. I don't know. It doesn't seem like that huge of a
That's a high priority. We have a upfront pay stop next week, so at least 7.2. Yeah.
Before Wednesday.
Pay stop for that. It says deadline moved to Wednesday, Thursday. Oh, that's the upfront pay stop with the eval team.
Yeah.
Yeah, eval.
Got it.
So 7.2, I would say. At least 7.
But I mean, it's like, I think there's two different types of priorities here. One is like the priority of the work, and the other is the priority of the actual status update, right? Where it's like worker involvement basic criteria in general, it's just like, for me, it just doesn't seem like a huge priority, especially in relationship to like taxes and things like that. It's like, and it shouldn't take very long. Like, it's taking way too long as well, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we're not prioritizing.
yeah, but I mean, I
We
just
only had one. We
how
only
can
had one
it be
session.
as high, if not higher, than the taxes priorities? Like, it just doesn't seem like 7 is too high, right? How about like more like a 6 or something?
Okay. Yeah.
Because I mean, it's good to do this, but we haven't. When was the last time we even did it?
It was May.
May. So I just don't understand. I don't even understand the upfront pay stop deadline. I wouldn't mind seeing the proposal again on that.
Yeah, we need to review that during even. We said we're gonna review that during
What are we reviewing?
the proposal for the deadline.
Well, I know, but I kind of want to review it again now too.
Now, okay, we will search.
Because I still don't really understand
Well,
the
it
deadline.
makes sense because it's not about we did it last May. It's about the fact that we acknowledged and we agreed that it's something that needs to happen, and it wasn't happening. We were ignoring it, and it shouldn't be ignored. That's why we made the proposal with the new deadline, because we don't want to ignore it anymore.
Sure, but we also don't want to ignore the work on the taxes.
No, of course not. But it doesn't mean that. I mean, if some taxes have a can be a lower priority, it doesn't mean that overall they're a lower priority. It means they're lower priority because there's more time to meet the deadline.
I know, but that's not applicable to the status update, right? The status update doesn't matter whether the deadline is met or not, right? It relates to the priority of the work and the relationship of
Yeah,
making
but
sure the work
this
is done. Like my for me, the main concern of the worker involvement criteria is not doing the work; it's the responsibility of organizing, right? The whole thing is just a big, huge mess, right? The actual work itself is not a priority. It's the fact that it's just not being done because the responsibility of organizing is so bad, and the work that's being done is not being done efficiently or effectively in any way whatsoever, right? So it's like the work itself is not that much of a priority at all, right? It obviously should be getting done, but if it was a high priority, we would have prioritized it since last May, right?
yeah, but
Anyways, the point that I'm trying to make is that I think it should be like a 6 instead of a 7.
no, I'm good with the 6. Yeah,
Yeah. Do like a 6.2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever you want to do, but let's just put it in the 6s instead of the 7s.
yeah, I'm good with 6. 6 is okay.
Next, the monthly and weekly deadline updating. So this is obviously high priority, and the status is not great. So we should know our list of deadlines. Like, that seems extremely important.
Yeah, definitely communicating better on this and doing a better job. But of
So
course,
let's give that one a 6.75.
all right.
Why does this one not have a number still? Worker involvement, basic criteria, verification. Okay, 6.75. Okay, worker
I think the
onboarding,
proposal I think
verification.
the proposal in line 128 of our note for the worker involvement upfront pay
Thanks,
stub.
James. Yeah, let's take a
All
look.
right.
So we
Thank you.
have proposal to have upfront pay stop for the teamwork involved verification once per month within the email session. All right. That's definitely pretty clear. It's upfront pay stop, so we better get that done and know when that's getting scheduled. Okay. So what's next? Onboarding and training. So I mean, this has obviously not been a high priority.
No, but we want to make it definitely a high priority. Not too high, but I would give at least a 5.8 or something
I don't know.
on this.
Maybe like a 5.25 or 5.33.
All right,
5.33.
5.33.
Website update. So I'd say overall it's not a high priority right now.
No.
So maybe
We
like
still
a
need, we need
4.
to set everything up. Yeah.
Pipeline experience model, again, not a huge priority, but obviously more higher than the website. So that could be more like a 5 or 5.5 or something. I don't know. Let's make it a 5.4. The LinkedIn account, I mean, I just don't think the LinkedIn account is a very high priority at all. I'll give that like a 2.5.
No, at
We'll
the
get
moment.
to it, but
Yeah, but through
we
the
just
new,
kind of, yeah.
through the new.
If SVG was our top priority instead of the umbrella website, it would be a higher priority. So CCC board setup, very, very high priority. I would say
Very.
equivalent budget, so it's a 7.5.
Okay.
Org support and life support, I mean, I don't know, a 5 right in the middle. I don't know. It's like important, but it's like something that we could not prioritize as much. It seems like it's also something that's very easy to set up. We just need to do the scheduling process. It's not either complicated nor difficult to do.
I'm going to 1.15.
A 5.15, okay. Staffing for boards and decision making. I mean, this is ongoing, but as a separate thing, it's really just like a priority that's going to come up more in the future. So let's give that a 2. All right, so let's look good on their scores. So let's do a little sorting.
All right.
So sort B to A. All right, cool. So this is a lot better because before we just had everything prioritized the same,
Mm-hmm.
and it was not organized in a way that we could just address it all easily and quickly. So this is much, much better because now we can basically do the first half and not really have to worry about the second half. Even less than the first half. Like I would say the top like 6 or 7 priorities here is all we really need to be focusing on.
Mm-hmm.
And the accounting, I think needs to go a little bit higher. I'm going to put that up to a 4 just because it's still a pretty high priority. It's just that we got it done and we're doing it, which is good. So let's. I think that looks better. Cool. Overall, it's just still really bad status.
Yeah.
It all looks really, really bad. But this is much better to deal with. So now we can actually go through and like make sure we have a plan. So now that we have the priorities, see, so let's start with like line 4. We have the top priority is the Delaware franchise tax, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Because it's basically the next upfront pay stop deadline and it's March 1st and we weren't planning for it. It needs to be dealt with.
Yeah.
So now we just need to make sure the scheduling is clear. So we have um, so the details of the status is not clear. So this would be um, forgot to include, just added, need to schedule and get this done. Also would be good. I know, see, the calling for the legal advisors for the clarifications is applicable to the overall tax system planning,
Okay.
Tax system.
right? Because right now for the Delaware franchise tax, we just need to do it. We need to get the work done. Maybe we'll have time to call or whatever, but it's not applicable. We don't need to call the tax advisors in order to get the franchise taxes done. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah.
Cool. So now we have to look at the scheduling. So it says Wednesday, Thursday, Hydra, right? So the
Yeah.
question is, what is the situation for Wednesday, Thursday, Hydra in relationship to the deadline? So today is Friday, Wednesday, Thursday is the 22nd. So that gives us 1 week.
This
And
also goes. This is also applicable though to executive support sessions, right? Because I mean, this is something that the executive, at the moment, only the executive, the treasurer can do. Because
well, that's
this is
not true. Anyone can do it. It's just a matter of wanting to step up and make it happen and figuring out how to, whether there's a cost or a payment or whatever needs to be done, it doesn't only have to be by the executive, but it's just easier for me to do it at this time.
Okay.
All right. So let's note that. So you go into our schedule. It says that the executive work is Monday, Tuesday, Andromeda hour 3, or money support. It also relates to money support and, compliance. So I would say that
Executive.
we need to check in on Monday, Tuesday, Andromeda. Okay.
Okay.
Plus Wednesday, Thursday, Hydra, and reviews for Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Andromeda. Cool. So that looks like we have a plan. We have 3 set scheduled times to check in on this. We have the deadline for upfront pay stop deadlines. Make sure it's clear this is upfront pay stop. All right. So for me, that would be, is good. So does someone want to try the next one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So isn't this great? Isn't this really good that we have it all prioritized, and now we're actually like focusing on the top priorities, and it's just like should go really fast.
Yeah. So next one is the monthly HR and overall budget process. We're currently at the income, right? Income.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Income
removals we still
and
need to do the voting form, but so includes
So
both
what
HR.
is, so under the status it says current removals. Is that the status?
Yeah, where did the remove? I mean, we
Okay, but
already did the income
telling us
calculation.
where we are in the process is not the status of the process. That would be a detail, right?
Okay. Yeah. So we are
Right.
late.
Details and
No,
where.
we're not late, but I mean, the status is, I would say, okay for the moment for the monthly HR budget.
So what percentage has been completed?
Well,
you are
with today the today work, we're maybe at 40%.
Okay, so that sounds about right. So cool. All right, keep going.
Yeah. So this is yellow. Oh no, this is orange. So includes both HR and overall budget. Eventually non-profit budget. All right. Currently, currently we need to do send send the voting form for removals.
You're talking about the details still.
Yeah, I mean the status details now. Right.
Okay.
All right. So Steve scheduling Friday, Saturday.
I still don't see the details. Oh, it says includes both HR and overall budget, and eventually non-profit budget. I just don't see this. What are the details again?
Here, details where we are in the process. What comes next?
Sorry, but this seems more like a description. It says includes both HR and overall budgets. So the priority is the monthly HR and overall budget process. Okay, so
Okay.
why do we need to write that twice? Right. So what the question is, what are the details of where we are in the process? So before you wrote the details of where we are in the process in the status column instead of in the details column. So you need to write the current details of where we are in the process and what comes next. And I don't see that yet. So what have you just completed, and then what comes next? Like that's the status update. This is the most important part of the status update.
Okay.
That's what the status is. The status is, is it good or bad or whatever, and then what you just completed and what comes next.
All right. All right. Currently, we need to send the voting form for removals and finish the pub verifications.
Okay. So what have you done?
We did the setup, the income calculations, and I mean the removers proposals. We did those two. And we started the pub verifications. We did
Who's being
three or
proposed?
three or four, three or
Okay.
four. We updated 3 or 4 pub verifications.
Okay, so I mean, I don't know if that sounds like 40% complete. It sounds like you haven't even gotten to the budget itself yet. But who is being proposed to be removed from the budget?
We have some proposals. We have. I mean, we obviously we didn't have a lot of data because we're not updating the ranking, so we used what we had. And the moment we are proposing Alberto for highest total budget, Joyce for the
Joyce, second one.
Joyce for the second highest total budget. Then we have
Okay,
Angela.
Moth.
that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, I was just curious, like, to hear it. All right, so that is a little clearer, but I still don't see it. It still doesn't say anything. We need, wait, currently we need to see that they still don't see it though. Why do I not see it? Is it? Did you
What
guys
do you
write
mean
it
you
down?
don't see? Currently,
It
we
just,
need to send the voting form for removals and finish the pub verification.
yeah. So that's what needs to be done next, but it's not giving the details on what happened.
We want to write also what happened. Okay, okay.
What
So
was completed and what comes next? Like
What
that's
was completed? What was
Okay.
completed? We completed the removals list.
So overall, I mean, I think 40% is a little bit high on that. I'm gonna put 30%. Sounds like there's a lot more to do. So what's going on now? Hello? Did we lose
We
Alberto?
finish. Yeah, we finished the removals list. And what comes next? We finish the removal list and we will send the voting form. And then the next CCC non-profit budget. What was completed? Nothing was completed. Can we say nothing is completed, Jay? The status? The
Yeah,
details, I mean.
you can say whatever the status is.
Nothing is completed.
So it says we finished removals. We will send the voting form. Okay, so this is good. So you know that it's not required to do the voting form, right? You could technically vote in other ways as well. Besides,
I don't know.
I mean, you know what the goal is, right?
Yeah, the goal to list those who are for removals.
No, that would be just maybe the goal of responsibility. I mean, the goal is to get the budget completed. So, however you can
Okay.
do that efficiently, like you don't have like doing the voting form is just one of many ways to accomplish the goal, right?
Okay.
All right. So, what about the schedule?
The schedule for this one, we have we said tomorrow open schedule. We will meet me, Moth, and Alberto to continue the work.
Okay, and so
Yeah,
that's
and
obviously not updated yet. Okay, and how about the deadline?
the deadline is on when is the deadline? First quarter moon, 8:05 a.m.
Okay, so
February 27.
okay, so you seem to know everything, Joyce, but the status is not getting updated. So why are you not updating the status?
Now, you mean?
You just told me exactly what it's supposed to be in the status, but it's not being updated. Why are you not updating the status with the correct information? Like, where are you getting all this information?
On my notes, I have the notes for the new moon, first quarter moon, like that. Okay, I am updating upfront
Okay, so this is what you
pay
do.
stub.
When you have notes and information about something, you need to update the team, not just yourself, right? So make sure that it gets in the status update so that the team knows about what's going on.
Yes, Alberto announced this already updates for the front page stubs. So, but it was not just updated here
Okay,
in the
okay, but
list.
what I'm trying to say is we've been sitting here for almost 3 hours and it's still not getting updated. Like, I am not enjoying this. This is not my responsibility. This is your responsibility, and you're not doing it. We've been here for 2.5 hours, and you're still not doing it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, why isn't this not getting updated? Just update it as quickly as possible, immediately, now, so that we can get out of here. I want to leave. I'm done. Like, I'm over this, right? If you guys want to stay on Upfront Pay Stop, that's also perfectly fine for me as well. Because I'm done with this. I'm here to help you. I'm not here because I want to be here at all. I'm here because we are an Upfront Pay Stop and you're not doing the work and I'm trying to help you.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes, makes sense. Sorry. 8:05 a.m. Okay. 8 a.m. And then this one. Team scheduling. We have Friday, Saturday. Yeah, it's already updated by
No, it's not updated.
no, this line only. Alberto, Joyce, and okay, then for the CCC non-profit
Oh, no, no,
budget.
no, 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 no. The
Ah,
schedule is not updated at all. You just gave me a schedule that's completely different than what's written here.
okay. Sorry. I thought Saturday, Sunday.
No.
Saturday, Sunday. This is Andromeda. No, Hydra 3. Okay.
Okay, so this extra sessions, Hydra Hour 3, I just don't even know what that means. Like, extra sessions, Hydra Hour 3, that's not clear. Saturday, Sunday, what? Saturday,
Open.
Sunday, Cobalt,
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday, Hydra, Saturday, Sunday, Sonic.
Hydra 3.
Okay, so,
It's there already. Hydra 3. I put Hydra 3.
but it says there's a plus. So it says Saturday, Sunday, plus extra sessions, Hydra Hour 3. What is that? What is that? Like, it says there's 2 separate sessions? It's not clear.
No, Saturday, Sunday is an open
It's just
schedule.
get rid of this extra sessions thing. I don't know what that is. That doesn't make sense.
I don't know. I did not write. Okay, anyway.
I know you
Open
didn't
is
write it. We're trying
schedule.
to fix it.
Yeah. Saturday, Sunday, open schedule, Hydra 3.
I don't know what open schedule means either, but whatever.
It's written here, so I just. Okay, then we have
Still don't see it.
line.
I still do not. I don't see anything. I don't see it. Do I need to update or something?
Where is it? Oh no. Where is it? I updated already. How come? Okay, wait.
Oh, there we go. Saturday, Sunday, open schedule, Hydra Hour 3.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, yes. Okay, then.
I don't know why you need to say schedule. The open schedule I don't think is really applicable. It's just Saturday, Sunday, Hydra Hour 3, right? And this would be a one-time session, right?
Yeah. Saturday, Sunday, and then there is also on. We said we will meet we said also on Tuesday. We also have. Oh, yeah, it's correct. Friday, Saturday is the next one, so it's very far.
Okay, so you
So
shouldn't
that's
have
why.
deleted the Friday, Saturday. So you want to add the Saturday, Sunday, but you didn't need to delete the Friday, Saturday. So you want to put the Friday, Saturday for
The
was it
Friday,
Hydra?
Saturday is here. Yeah, the Friday, Saturday, a while ago we met. And then we said to meet again tomorrow.
Okay, but then what's the next time after that? Is Friday, Saturday, right?
Yeah. So we have. So there's Monday, Tuesday. It's
What's
open
Monday,
schedule,
Tuesday?
and also
What's
there's
Monday,
Monday,
Tuesday?
Tuesday. There's Monday, Tuesday also
Where is this
Hydra 3.
open schedule? Oh, you have something
There's
scheduled for Monday, Tuesday?
There is Hydra 3. Wait, I know what is my schedule for Monday, Tuesday. It's an open schedule, but we said me and Alberto will meet for the worker involvement. Yeah, because it's not about budget.
Sorry, guys. Where are we at?
I mean, we
I'm
haven't
having with the Wi-Fi.
gotten anywhere. We're making no progress at all. So we're still on the monthly budget and the overall.
We're still on the monthly budget. Okay.
Yeah. So one of the things that's really clear to me is that Joyce is very organized, and you asked her a question, she knew all the answers. She just wasn't updating the status, right? And then from there, there's still a lot of confusion on the team scheduling. Right? So the team scheduling, when there's something scheduled, you write it on the team scheduling so that it's clear that there is something scheduled. If there's not something scheduled, you don't write it. That's it. If it's scheduled, you write it. If it's not scheduled, you don't write it. There's nothing in between.
Okay.
So the question is, what is scheduled for the monthly HR and overall budget?
Tomorrow.
And we made some progress. Yeah. So tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow we have Hydra
Hydra.
3. Where is it?
Yes.
You wrote a while ago, right, Alberto? When we were in the session?
Yeah, it's there in the one-time sessions in the team schedule. Yeah.
Where is it?
List of one-time sessions.
We already got that though. So what comes
Yeah.
after?
So that's
After
now we
that,
need to see the regularly scheduled. We have for budget.
we have Monday open schedule, but we are scheduled for worker involvement.
No, we are. No, the next one is Friday, Saturday, Hydra.
So it's still very far.
Yeah, but we need to schedule it before. But for the moment, what is scheduled is Friday, Saturday, Hydra for the budget. Okay. So we have here
already up to the deadline, so that looks good.
Friday, Saturday, Hydra.
Correct, right? First quarter month is our deadline, right?
Well,
for
right.
this
So
budget.
I would say that one is now good. So we're finally starting to make a little progress. I don't know why this is going so slow, but I did make it clear to Joyce that I'm done with this. You know, I don't really want to be here. I would just want to get this done. It sucks that we're on upfront pay stop and everything, but this is, you know, it's not why I'm here. I'm trying to help you guys. So if you guys can just move forward with it and get it done, like, I mean, it's just excruciating. I have no idea how excruciating this is.
All right.
So we're on line 6.
No, okay, Jay, we can do it.
Yeah. How was your chiropractor today?
I would just
canceled for some reason. I don't know what happened. Yeah, canceled. Didn't happen.
It's canceled.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
so
like yesterday. Late last night, yesterday, they sent me a text that was like, "Oh, it's canceled," or a message, and I got a message. So it didn't happen.
Just update me.
Okay, we can take it from here, Jay.
Yeah.
I have one thing that forgot to bring up during the focus during the setup. We have legal bills for tomorrow. Deadline, upfront pay stop deadline.
No.
Well, how are we not catching that? Like, how do we not know that's happening? So this is under bills. So this is or this is bills or something else. Yeah, this would be bills, right? Up to this bills.
Yeah.
Like getting done. Okay, so let's go over here. We go over the deadlines. Happening only monthly needs improvement. So basically, you're saying that the bills need to be prioritized up to the top.
Yeah, we have the legal bills tomorrow, due tomorrow, for the addresses, and then we also wanted to do the statement information from CLN, which is due later. We said we could try to do everything together, but yeah, but definitely this should be very high priority 9 at this point.
Okay, but is that the bills? Do I just prioritize the bills for that?
No, it's not the old bills. I mean, this is legal bills. It's once per month. It's not about the updating and the list of bills and verification that the bills are paid. The recurring bills are
Where do you
paid.
think it should come in? Do you think it's a separate priority that needs to be added, or I mean, obviously it's a
Oh, it
upfront.
goes under taxes, right? Part of taxes, the legal bills.
No, legal bills aren't part of taxes.
Or part of government compliance.
It's part of government compliance. Correct. So the
Yeah,
question
so there we should.
is if it's an upfront paid stop for the team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I feel like there's a team responsibility there that needs to be either added or
Yeah,
needs
we
to
should
be.
add it. We should add it. Legal bills, they keep coming. So we should definitely add this. Right. So I'm gonna say monetary here.
But
SVG
is it
flag.
also just like generally compliance and legal bills, or what is it? Both of those?
Well, we keep them separated. Uh, if I go into the deadlines, we
Yeah.
are the
Another
category is illegal bills, and then we have another category that is compliance.
Also, I want to updating the list of deadlines, monthly, weekly deadlines upcoming. This obviously needs to be a higher priority. I mean, that's a big problem that we're not getting our deadlines updated properly, right?
Right.
So compliance and legal bills, obviously, this is a problem. Need to immediately schedule. And you said it's tomorrow
Tomorrow.
at the upfront pay stop?
Upfront pay stop, yeah.
Okay, so what are we going to do about that? So do you see how important this is? It's really important that we're doing this because now we're actually going through, our priorities, right? So for this, we just need to make sure that we schedule.
Yeah.
And we could try to combine this with our franchise fees as well.
Yeah. So I could try to do everything. I mean, if you want to schedule later, or you want to take a break and we can do that topic now, I don't know. Tomorrow we have prime trajectory in Andromeda. So I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, so I mean, just remember that when you're on upfront pay stop, the whole schedule goes away. There's no schedule during upfront pay stop. You follow me? So
Yeah.
it's against policy to work on anything except for the upfront pay stop. Whatever we're on the pay stop for, it then becomes against policy to work on anything else. So the whole schedule is irrelevant when we're on upfront pay stop.
All right, so let's schedule for tomorrow, Andromeda. Or later. I mean, I'm available.
Right, well, we can check in later, like after dinner or something like that.
All right, so let's schedule for Sonic H2 in 2 hours, and we check in and we see if we make it. All right.
H2 or H3?
H2, 2 hours from now.
2 hours from now. Okay. So H2, Sonic H2 check-in. right? That you said? Check. Andromeda hour 3, Saturday, Andromeda hour 3. All right, cool.
Yes, Sonic H2 and Case on Andromeda. Mhm. Where is that? Oh, I lost.
I'll
Huh?
put it up at the top.
Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect.
So I mean, we did that extremely quickly, right? There's like, okay, here's a priority. We added the new priority. It needs to be scheduled. That's the next step, right? Then we made the schedule, and then we have the upfront pay stop. And so then I would say that it's perfectly good. It's good. You know, it's like, okay, good status. It could be improved slightly, but it's like it meets for me the general minimum criteria, and we literally did that in like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
You see, like this should not be taking us 3 hours. Like I don't understand why it's taking so long. Because if we can do an entire brand new status literally in 20 seconds, like it doesn't make sense why it's taking us 3 hours to get through this. But we only have like in my calculation, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left. And I just not worried or care about any of these other ones. I just want to get through these 8 and then I want to be done.
1, 2. The highest priority, you mean? The one from 5 and above? Which 8s you
So
mean?
whatever the ones that I have red here, red and yellow, like these ones right here. Under J.
All right,
Under
I see.
column R.
No worry, low priority. I see. Okay. All right. So CCC non-profit budget. Nothing is. I mean, we haven't started. Nothing is completed. We have assigned Moth, but it's not. Nothing is happening. I actually scheduled. I
Stacy
made a proposal, but he didn't answer for tomorrow. So whatever. Moth. We have assigned Moth and Stacy are assigned, but nothing is happening. So, team scheduling, non-profit budget. We have, when's that? Non-profit setup is on Monday, Tuesday, Cobalt. I mean, we don't have something that says clearly non-profit budget in our schedule. So, I presume it's under non-profit setup. Right?
We have CCC nonprofit setup, which is Monday, Tuesday.
Exactly. And it's Tuesday, Cobalt.
And then we also talked about that it comes under the normal budget Hydra hour 3 Friday, Saturday. Right?
Friday, Saturday. All right. Mm-hmm.
And I think we could also talk about it Wednesday, Thursday Cobalt hour 3 because that's general planning for the time to increase. So that could also be applicable.
All right. So one of these three: Monday, Tuesday, Cobalt; Wednesday, Thursday, Cobalt; Friday, Saturday, Cobalt. Hydra.
It's just a manner of prioritizing it.
Yeah.
So again, anything that says SDR, I don't like it. I don't know what SDR. I don't know what extra sessions. None of that makes any sense to me.
Yeah, I get it.
But someone just wrote that for the CCC board setup. Which one? What are you guys focusing on right now? What's going on?
No, I was still on the non-profit budget, finishing that. All right. So I'm taking away everything that says SDR. All right.
And also the one with plus, Alberto. Why is
What?
it with... Yeah.
All right.
Right, here we go. Yeah, this is perfect. Monday, Tuesday, Cobalt. Wednesday, Thursday, Cobalt. Friday, Saturday, Hydra. That's so clear. It's so simple. It's great. It just needs to be prioritized, and we'll get some work on it. So then the deadline.
The deadline for the non-profit budget. I don't know. There is no deadline for the non-profit budget. Do you have a deadline?
Are you sure there's no deadline?
Yeah, I mean,
I think
we
the
said we
HR
wanted to have it ready, but we didn't. We never said there is a deadline. We said we wanted to have it
I
ready.
think the monthly HR budget and the nonprofit budget are the same deadline. It's the same thing, right? The only difference is that as long as we pass one of the budgets, at least we get paid for something. But there is one person who is only in one of the budgets.
Yeah, just stays
So what's the deadline?
the same as the HR monthly budget. Out from pay stop.
Correct.
February
So
7th.
that means that anybody's who's in the only in the nonprofit budget would go on upfront pay stop on February 27th. Anyone who's only in the for-profit budget would go on the upfront pay stop. So if we have two separate budgets happening in the future, and some people are on one budget and some people are on another budget, either both budgets get done, right? It's the only way to prevent everybody not going on upfront pay stop. Otherwise, some people might go on upfront pay stop. And if you only get one budget done, then the people who are in that budget don't go on upfront pay stop for at least that budget.
All right.
This looks good. What's next?
Next, we have the board setup outreach. So
Is Moss really stepping up to manage the CCC board setup?
no, he hasn't confirmed. We made a suggestion, but he Moth, yes, Moth, yes. I thought Mamoon, I don't know. I got confused. Yeah, Moth, he stepped up on this. Said he wanted to manage this.
Kind of odd, isn't it? Make sure that he understands that this is like one of the highest level executive things, and he should be communicating with me daily about that if he wants to work on it. You know, and
Yeah. No, he I made it clear that he doesn't need to know the work. I mean, he doesn't need to be doing the work, but he needs to know what the work is, what needs to happen. I mean, he needs to manage it, right?
Would help make sure it gets scheduled. So here we have Monday, Tuesday, Cobalt. Okay. So I mean, it's basically the same schedule as the CCC nonprofit, right?
Yeah.
And then over here for the timeline, what is the timeline?
The timeline. I mean, we don't really have a deadline for this. So
Okay, but what did it say before someone deleted something?
we said very behind, need to draft the recruitment round sheet, but that's more applicable to the details.
Exactly.
Complete what's come next, and I put it there. Yeah.
Yes. So what should we put here instead?
I mean, the timeline is that we wanted to have it started by the end of this month, but we're behind. We're very behind.
Okay, but do we have a deadline, or is there anything like?
No, we don't really have a deadline.
Okay, so can we just write down the status? Like, you don't need to sit here for 5 minutes talking about how to write down that there's no deadline. Just write something. So that it's
No deadline. It's set up. No deadline.
Whatever you want to write, I don't care. Just write something. I'll beg you.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Good. All right, boom, we did another one. Woohoo! Next.
Next, monthly, weekly deadline updates. We're improving, but still problems. Monthly update to the team, improve responsibility organizing, doing weekly updates as well seems to be happening, but also I think
So I feel like the problem is coming into, we're having a problem bringing the deadlines into the session. So I feel like our deadlines need to be part of the scheduling at the beginning of sessions, and there needs to be a link, for all of our deadlines at the beginning of the session or something, so that at the beginning of every single session, we should be reviewing our deadlines. Because like somehow that's getting missed.
Okay. So here we have Monday, Tuesday, Hydra.
So what does that mean? Monday, Tuesday, Hydra. What is that?
Why? It's worker coordination? No, it should be Wednesday, Thursday.
Remember you said a while ago we will meet on Monday, Tuesday for the worker involvement.
Did we schedule? Yeah, we scheduled for that, right?
Yeah, Hydra 3, you said.
But that's
for
different.
worker involvement. Yeah.
That's different. So
So
I
the-
would put this is worker coordination. So it's Wednesday, Thursday, Andromeda.
Wednesday, Thursday, Andromeda, hour 3.
Yeah. Wednesday, Thursday, Andromeda here. Andromeda.
Okay. You said.
All right. Okay. So, all right. So why upfront pay stop 22? No.
No, that was because it was, I put it as work involvement. That's why. So just delete that one.
All right. So deadlines are keep coming
Right.
up. Here, keep coming up. All right.
So there is technically a deadline for updating the deadlines, right? There's a couple different policies on making sure our deadlines get updated, right? Because if we do not update our deadlines, we don't inform the team, then there is no upfront pay stop, right? So there is policies in place about the deadlines in updating the deadlines. And the policies in relation to how to create a new deadline based on a new, a new letter or whatever. So
yeah.
So there's a separate deadline in regards to making sure that the monthly, weekly deadlines are updated.
I mean, what do we want to write here? Then I can just link the deadline spreadsheet.
I don't know, that we need to review the policies on updating the deadline for updating the deadlines. The upfront pay stop deadline for making sure the deadlines are updated for the upfront pay stops. Like, this is a very important policy that we have. And if we don't know the deadline for that, then we need to be reviewing and verifying it and make sure we get that updated as soon as possible. The deadline spreadsheet is not the deadline.
I don't know what the deadline is. I didn't know there was an upfront pay stop for updating the deadlines.
Of course there's an upfront pay stop. It's like, if you don't update the deadlines, there's no upfront pay stop. So we have a policy that says for every single deadline that relates to a upfront pay stop deadline, that deadline also gets an upfront pay stop. You remember that policy?
Yeah, that policy I remember perfectly. Yes.
Yeah. So in this case, it's the deadline for making sure that the list of upfront pay stop deadlines is updated and communicated to the team. Right. That is an extremely important deadline. And if we don't have that set, obviously we need to prioritize that in our evaluation session or whatever. So we need to make that clear in the status.
Okay. All right. So update, review the policies. Policies at eval and have clarity on the deadline. On the deadline for updating the deadline.
The deadline.
So we can put for here, then we can put the eval session as well as the timeline or then a deadline. All right.
Yes, the eval session was scheduled for when?
On Wednesday.
Wednesday, Thursday.
Andromeda.
Session.
Andromeda?
February 22.
Wednesday, Thursday.
Andromeda.
February 22, 23, Andromeda.
Yeah, so it's good to note that everything we have scheduled for Wednesday, Thursday, Andromeda is not happening this next week because of the eval session, or it'll just be a topic during the eval session. Okay.
All right.
All right, cool. So now that is better. It's still not good, but the eval session is not the deadline.
No, we know it's not the deadline, but we don't. What is the deadline then?
It's just write the status. This is what I'm trying to get you guys. You guys are saying this stuff. Joyce always has all the information. You guys just aren't writing it. This is your guys.
I wrote review the policies at eval and have clarity on the deadline for updated deadlines.
I
For the
don't
start.
see it. All it says, all I see is eval session Wednesday, Thursday, February